so I served in the referral center for 2 weeks before I went into my regular mission. And while I was there, we talked to 2 or 3 people at a time all day. And so we'd have like 2 or 3 chat conversations going on all at the same time. And I remember talking to this man specifically asking about missionaries for his wife, and didn't think anything of it. That happened quite often, and so we would refer missionaries to them and move on. And my first day in the field, because I was delayed, our area was closed, and so by the time we got there, they opened it again, and we went in and served. And my first night in the mission field, and my very first lesson that I taught was to this woman whose husband was a member and hadn't been active, and she had ordered the missionaries, is what they said. We ordered you guys. And so we came and we taught her, and she was amazing, just absolutely prepared. It was remarkable. And she studied more than anybody I ever taught studied. She would look up things. One time we were walking through the house, and my companion was walking in front of her, and she was like, "Sister Bybee, I can see the backs of your knees." And she had like looked up the clothing regulations for missionaries even. And we were just like, what? Who is this person? It was amazing. And about 2 weeks after we started teaching her, we were talking one day, and I think this was before we had realized that they had talked to the missionaries online, because they had been sent the bishop's phone numbers, because the person that was talking to them online, who ended up being me, was not sure which boundaries they lived in. So both of the bishops came, met with them, figured out whose boundaries they were in, and then called the missionaries. And so I was ironing for them, doing service, and they were talking, and they were like, "Yeah, 2 bishops came." And I kind of stopped, and I was like, "What?" They were like, "Yeah, we were talking to somebody online, and they sent 2 bishops' numbers." And I was like, no way. Because when I was in the referral center, I hadn't realized that West Virginia was in my mission. So it just didn't even occur to me to be excited about talking to somebody in my mission. And I was like, no way. Do you remember like what their first name was? And he was like, I want to say it started with an E. And my first name is Elizabeth. And I was like, oh my gosh, I referred you to me. It was amazing. So I had talked to them online and sent the referral, and I was able to go teach her, and she ended up being baptized and is still active. And was just it was just such an amazing moment. And that was really, for me, the Lord's way of confirming that like I hadn't failed. Because I felt like when I stayed in the MTC for so long, like somehow the Lord was like, you are not ready. I've got to hold you back, you know? And so that was the Lord's way of being like, my timing is correct. And that happened a lot on my mission.